a little bit of luck, you got yourself a really nice paddle, like the kind of paddle that the blades just don't break off. But there's no such thing as a paddle that won't break eventually. And if you find yourself on a river with a paddle that's broken the blade off of it, and you don't happen to have a breakdown with you, well, you've got one or two choices. You can start walking with your boat, or you can hope that you've been practicing your offside sea stroke. Now, what's the deal with offside strokes? It's not anything new. Canoes do it all the time. Open canoers have done it. Sea oneers do it. And the beauty of learning to paddle using only one blade is it really teaches you paddle dexterity and spin momentum. So we're going to go ahead and learn the offside sea stroke. We're going to learn how to turn the boat with one blade. Now, if you learn the offside sea stroke, you know what's going to happen? It means you can break one blade off your paddle and you can still make it down the river okay. I know, I was on a river in Mexico and Nick broke his blade off and he ran all kinds of class 5 with one blade, and I'll bet you he was glad he practiced his offside sea stroke before that moment. So, the mechanics. What is the offside? Well, my right blade normally goes on the right side of the boat. Offside means you take your right blade and put it on the left side. Crazy, but that's the way it works. Now, what is it, a sea stroke? Sea stroke is a closed face bow draw pull. Now, because this is kind of an awkward position, instead of taking the blade out, we're going to feather forward and then pull. Now, it doesn't work without spin momentum, right? This is a spin momentum exercise, so get some speed first. Pull, feather back, pull. So it's out, in, pull, out, in, pull, out, in, pull. This is your offside sea stroke. Now, what's your steering wheel? Just like before, your steering wheel, the more pull you do on the draw here, and the less forward stroke, the tighter it is. So here's a really tight turn. The more forward stroke and the less draw, the faster you're going to go and the bigger your turn is going to be. Okay, there's a couple things that make this a lot easier. The first thing is that your top hand has to be over the bottom hand. You'll see a lot of people practice like this, and they're going like that because it's really hard. You get the top hand over the bottom hand, you have a lot more power and it gets a lot easier. Don't forget to keep your weight over the boat, or you'll be doing some roll practice at the same time. And then lastly, when you're feathering the paddle back, after you do your pull, when you're feathering the paddle back, you can go ahead and pull towards the boat while you're feathering back. This allows you to pull the bow and tighten the turn. Now, what should it look like once you've learned the offside sea stroke? Basically, you should be able to go anywhere you want to go and have whatever radius of turn you want to have, all using that stroke. So let's say I want to paddle around this pool. First, I need to know that I can do a nice tight turn, and then I need to go to the current. So that would be opening the turn up. Easy enough, right? Offside sea stroke. Great paddle dexterity, spin momentum exercise, and of course in that unlikely but very possible situation you break your paddle blade off, you'll be glad you got it.